we had this brother explaining how much of racist Indians are towards black people. And I must say that I agree with a lot of what he's saying. Like, I've seen this in my country where, Indians are filmed. I think they film each other, beating up black workers. Unfortunately, for the unfortunate ones, when they are caught doing this, they end up spending their times in jail. So let's get into the video. Leave your own thoughts in the comments section below, and then we're going to talk.
One day when the country is no longer facing an economic crisis, or one day when the country is free of corruption, when we are ready to talk, when you are ready to sit down and talk about real-time issues that we are facing, we'll be able to sit down and talk about the amount of racism that most Indian people have towards black people. This might not be a popular opinion, but I know whoever's watching this video knows what I'm talking about. This thing has been going on for the longest time and people are not addressing it. Instead, we sweep it under the carpet. But it's been going on for the longest time. And I'm not talking about just the recent incidents that happened in Phoenix, the Phoenix massacre or anything. I'm talking about a lot of things. It's been happening for the longest time. How many times have you met one of your brother or sister or auntie or even your neighbor who works for Indians or who works in Makishini or my Indians? How many times have you heard them talk about how evil they are? How badly they treat black people? How much they see us as slaves or animals instead of human beings? This thing hasn't been addressed in South Africa for the longest time. People don't want to talk about it. I don't know, maybe it's because of the affiliation that the government has, or the former government, as they said, has with certain Indian businessmen and business people. But we need to start addressing the situation. I'm talking about a lot of things. Even in religion, ask our fellow black brothers who decided to take Islam as their religion. Ask them how the treatment is from their fellow brothers in Islam who are Indians. Ask them about the treatment. Ask them about how much most Indian people would rather pay you through food, last week's food, instead of giving you like money, like as in real money. Ask anybody who works for Indian people how much racist they are. One day we'll be able to sit down and discuss that issue, that dilemma. We'll be able to talk about that disease, the hatred that most Indian brothers and sisters have for fellow black people. Like, I really don't understand this. I don't know. History people will correct me if I'm wrong. But as far as history books are concerned, black people, Indian people, colored people, we were all the same in the eyes of the oppressor, our former apartheid government. We were all the same. So I don't understand why most Indian people will be racist towards black people, because we are the same, guys. They've got the K word, we've got the K word. So I don't understand why they need to be racist towards black people. It's appalling. It's distasteful. It's crazy. Anyways, happy Monday, Bafet.
I do like these stitches which are coming up, and you should too, because these guys in these stitches, they're Indians, actually admitted that they are racist. Like Indians in general are racist towards black people. They are admitting. It's not my words, guys. Don't come for me. Yeah, so make sure you watch this video up to the end. Leave your own thoughts in the comments section below, and let's watch these stitches.
I wasn't going to stitch this video because I've made many videos talking about racism in our community, but I've seen a lot of stitches on this video, and Indian people saying, well, it's not all Indian people. Yeah, we know that, black people know that, but it's a lot of us. So they are valid to say Indian people are racist. And can you honestly tell me, how would your family react if they know you're dating a black person? I also saw someone say, well, black people are racist to us too. Two wrongs don't make a right, but I'm also having a hard time believing that you know that many black people. And you're probably just making this assumption from like two black people that were nice to you. So like, well, they're racist to us too. We as Indian people need to acknowledge how we are wrong and apologize and change. We literally have come through apartheid together, and somehow we're still divided. It doesn't make sense.
But black people.
Oh, it's really bad in the South Asian community. The racism towards black people is unbelievable, how they're viewed, how they're treated. Even if you're a Muslim, by the way, like I've noticed a lot with South Asian Muslims, they even dislike black Muslims. It's disgusting, okay? And that's not a reflection of Islam, by the way. That's just a reflection of this community. The community that I'm from, so I can speak confidently on this. Yeah, the racism is disgusting. And this is something that a lot of people don't know. Muhammad Gandhi wasn't fighting for freedom for everyone. He was fighting so that brown people were treated better than black people, okay? Black people are seen as low in the South Asian community. Put it this way, the darker you are in the South Asian community, the uglier you are seen, which isn't true, obviously, but that's just the way it's seen. So there's a lot of internal racism. Brown people love white people. I say they love white people. They hate black people, but they will kiss the white master, the one that literally put them through slavery and everything. It's a bit odd. And the people that have it the worst in the South Asian community, brown women. Brown women that are seeing people outside of their culture who are black. There have been so many cases here in the UK where young South Asian women have been killed because they were with a black person. Okay? So yeah, brown women have it so much worse when they're dating a black person. But yeah, there's so much racism. This guy's right. He has every right to be upset. I apologize. It's horrendous. And it's true. As much as we're all going to sit and be like, no, it's not true. It is. There's racism towards black people in every culture seems to be a thing. I know Eastern Europeans hate black people as well. But the South Asian community, oh, yeah, it's disgusting.
Amount of racism that most Indian people have towards black people.
So this might be a two-parter, but the gentleman that I just stitched is 100% correct. When I came to the US, I was 17 in high school. And as I made friends, especially Indian girls, other Indian girls of my age, I realized that we all were given the same speech by our father, which was, we could not date black guys, we could not date Muslim guys, we could not date white dudes. And I remember the abuse that I received from my father, physical abuse that I received from my father, when he found out that I was dating a Muslim guy. He immediately made me break up with the guy. But in that moment, after, basically beating me, he told me, at least it wasn't a black guy, because your beating would have been worse. Go to part 2. So this is the second part of the video that I just posted about how racist Indian people are towards black people. So I moved out of my father's house at 19. At 21, I moved back in. And one day I remember this very specifically. One day he comes out of the bathroom and he goes, you need to stop hanging out with black people and you need to stop eating their food. And I was like confused. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, you use the bathroom and it smelled after. So you need to stop doing that and stop eating their food because it smells like black people in here. When he said that, I lashed out on him so hard, to the point where he wanted to get physical again with me and beat me, but I stopped it right then and there. His thought was that because I had black friends, I was eating their food and, black people food smells. Given the fact that I actually was only eating the food that his mother was cooking for us, my grandma.
And just some of the comments that came under that video. You can see this one from Ting, going through it right now. My classmate is Indian and because I'm black, she said I stink, I'm nasty, I'm surprised because I've been good to her. Oh my goodness. And there is another one, I think it's not racism, the right term is xenophobia. Indians dislike their non-state Indian neighbors also. Indians also dislike different caste Indians. There's another one where Indians from India don't like black people. That is true. Not all of them hate black people. Here's another one. OMG, this is racism on steroids. We Indians need to do better. I'm sorry for your experience. That's actually an Indian person who wrote that, according to what I'm seeing here. And we have another one here. Listen to this man. He's 100% right. I see it for myself every day. And we have another one here. After I married an Indian, I was shocked how racist he and his family was. He changed a lot over the years. And we have the last one. As an African woman, I always ask myself, what did we ever do to other races to hate us so much? So a lot of us have been asking ourselves that question. Yeah, so that's what I had for you guys in today's video. Please leave your own thoughts in the comment section below, and let's be peaceful about it, because we are not here to bully anyone. We are not here to promote violence. We are here to educate one another. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.